In the autumn of 1931, a name emerged from the shadows of a shocking crime that would forever be etched into American history. Winnie Ruth Judd became infamously known across the nation as the Trunk Murderer. This moniker was earned through the gruesome discovery at the heart of the case. Authorities uncovered the dismembered bodies of two women. These remains were found packed tightly into trunks. The macabre cargo was discovered aboard a train bound for Los Angeles. The sheer brutality and bizarre nature of the crime sent shockwaves across the United States. It captured headlines and fueled public fascination and horror. At its core, investigators believed the motive for this horrific act was deeply personal. It was said to be fueled by intense jealousy and a tangled, complex love triangle. Winnie Ruth McKinnell was born on January 29, 1905, in Oxford, Indiana. Her early life gave little indication of the notoriety she would later achieve. She was raised in a home guided by strict Christian precepts. Her father served as a reverend, instilling in her a foundation of faith and morality. At the young age of 17, she married Dr. William C. Judd. However, this marriage proved to be deeply troubled and ultimately a failure. Seeking a new beginning away from her marital difficulties, she left her husband. She relocated to Phoenix, Arizona, hoping to build a new life. In Phoenix, she found employment working as a medical secretary. This job placed her in a professional environment and introduced her to new social circles. It was during this time in Phoenix that she became entangled with Jack Halloran. Halloran was a charismatic and influential businessman, though he was already married. Winnie also formed close friendships with two women who were co-workers. These friends were Agnes Leroy and Hedvig Samuelson. Rumors circulated within their social sphere regarding the relationship between Agnes Leroy and Hedvig Samuelson. Some suggested they were involved in a bisexual relationship. This created a volatile and complex dynamic among the group. It involved Winnie, the married Jack Halloran, Agnes, and Hedvig. Beneath the surface of these secret relationships and close ties, a devastating rivalry began to develop. Tensions simmered, setting the stage for tragedy. Please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. The simmering tensions finally boiled over on the evening of Friday, October 16, 1931. A violent confrontation erupted at the Phoenix bungalow shared by Agnes Leroy and Hedvig Samuelson. This massive fight escalated rapidly. It tragically led to the double murder of Winnie's two friends. According to Winnie's later accounts, she confronted Hedvig Samuelson. Hedvig was allegedly armed with a .25 caliber pistol during the confrontation. Winnie claimed that during the struggle, she managed to gain control of the weapon. She then shot Hedvig Samuelson in the chest. In the chaos of the struggle for the gun, a bullet was discharged. It accidentally struck and wounded Winnie herself in her left hand. Following the shooting of Hedvig, Winnie also killed Agnes Leroy. The exact sequence and details of Agnes's death remain points of contention. Winnie Ruth Judd consistently maintained that the shootings were not premeditated murder. She claimed they occurred in self-defense during a violent altercation. In the immediate aftermath of the killings, a desperate attempt was made to conceal the crime. Panic likely set in as Winnie faced the horrifying reality of what had happened. The bodies of Agnes Leroy and Hedvig Samuelson were then packed into trunks. This was a macabre and difficult task undertaken in the dead of night. With the bodies hidden, Winnie attempted to transport the trunks out of Phoenix. Her plan was to take them by train to Los Angeles, California. The attempt to transport the bodies was thwarted by an undeniable factor: the foul odor emanating from the trunks. As the trunks sat at the train station in Los Angeles, the smell became increasingly noticeable. Station attendants grew suspicious of the heavy, malodorous luggage. Their training and instincts told them something was terribly wrong. When questioned about the contents and asked to open the suitcases, Winnie evaded the attendants. She became nervous and ultimately disappeared from the station, leaving the trunks behind. Alarmed by her disappearance and the suspicious nature of the trunks, the police were alerted. Authorities at the Los Angeles train station decided to force open the containers. The discovery inside was horrific and confirmed their worst fears. They found the dismembered bodies of the two women packed within the trunks. News of the gruesome discovery spread quickly. A frantic search for Winnie Judd, the woman who had abandoned the trunks began immediately across the region. The nationwide manhunt intensified as her identity was confirmed. It ultimately led to her arrest several days later in Los Angeles, bringing the initial phase of the shocking case to a close.